Welcome to Sarah Grace Loving Food. Today we're going to Alloy's and we're going to meet chef and owner Rogelio. And their food is to die for. It's wonderful. Come with us and meet them. Hello.
Hello, how are you? Nice
Good.
to see you.
Nice to see you.
Welcome to Alloy.
My name's Sarah Grace.
Nice to meet you.
I'm really excited.
Perfect. You ready to get to work?
Yep.
Let's go. Next
Next to their great food is the restaurant. Looks so amazing, so pretty. There's a big wall that's a mirror. Then they have this rock kind of, and it has holes in the rock, so you can see through the mirror. It's so pretty.
Okay, so what we're making today, Sarah, is a ceviche of tuna, which is similar to a sushi. So we're gonna have the fish a little bit raw. Okay, we're just gonna marinate it with some citrus and put some spices in there, just to make it nice and flavorful.
Cool.
So we start by cutting up a beautiful piece of tuna. You gotta make sure that it's really, really fresh, right?
Yeah.
So when you go and buy it, it's gotta be nice and fresh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it into squares. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like so.
So how do you know if it's fresh?
So you know it's really fresh because it doesn't smell like fish, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's when you know fish is really, really fresh. Doesn't have any fishy smell to it, right?
Okay.
So we cut into little squares like that. Yeah. And I'm gonna transfer this to this bowl. And it goes all the tuna in there.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna put some shallots, which are like type of onion,
Okay.
right? So
you're just cutting in half and cutting off the ends right now?
yeah, cutting the ends and then just cut them into little squares, right? Just a little bit, right? It's got a nice flavor to it. So I put in that with the tuna. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're gonna put some herbs.
Herbs.
So I have some mint,
So mint. Do you
and
want-
cilantro.
So do you want fresh mint or would you?
Yeah, it's gotta be fresh.
So I also learned for the dish that we'll be making, you only want fresh. Definitely no dried food, dried herbs. But like some pastas, it's okay to have some dried herbs, but with the dish we'll be making, you do not want any dried herbs. And because the taste is bad on your tongue and it'll taste really bad. It won't taste good with it.
We got the tomatoes. So little tomatoes goes in. There's a
So you're just
red
cutting
and cherry. Just cut them in half.
Okay.
Okay. Different colors of tomatoes. So what we're doing here is basically making a nice vinaigrette
Vinaigrette.
with tomatoes, pickled ginger. Okay.
Ginger.
Pickled ginger.
Pickled ginger.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the one that you use for sushi, right?
Right.
So cut it up into little small,
So you want
pieces.
to make it very small.
very fine.
Very
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Okay.
So now you have most of the ingredients in there.
Okay.
Now we're gonna use a little bit of salt,
So you just add a pinchful.
pinchful of salt,
Yeah.
pinchful of black pepper,
Black pepper.
some sugar,
Okay.
okay? And then in goes some yuzu, which is a type of lemon.
Okay.
Put some of that in there.
So you want to use just yuzu or lemon, or?
You can replace with lemon, but I mean we're using yuzu today because that's what we have at the restaurant, and it's got a nice mild flavor. It's not as strong as
Okay.
the lemon or the lime. And some avocado oil.
Avocado oil.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's made with cold pressed avocados. Very healthy.
I also learned that there's avocado oil. I had not a clue that existed.
It's got all the omegas that you need. And then you're just gonna basically stir everything in there and let this sit for a couple minutes. Right?
When you stir, you have to be very careful not to mash the food, or that kind of gets rid of some of the juices.
So give a nice stir like that. At this point, I'm just gonna taste for flavor. So I'm gonna have a little piece.
Okay. Tastes good?
Very delicious. Now we're gonna plate it. Okay?
Okay. Is there a certain way you're supposed to plate it?
Yes, we're gonna make it nice and fancy, so you get one of these rings. Okay? Metal ring if you can. If not, you can use just like a plastic cup.
So metal ring works best, but plastic cup we can.
Yeah, it's just fine. If you don't have one of those, you can get these ones at any store that sells kitchen equipment. But if not, just go get them at a plastic cup and then just fill it up like that. Take the bottom off.
Does it stay like that, or does it fall over?
We'll see. We're gonna find out pretty quick here.
Okay. When the metal circle came out, when he started putting it in, I thought it would just fall. I didn't think it would actually stay up.
So I'm just gonna press it down, okay?
Okay.
So to shape it into a form of a timbale. Okay.
Okay.
And voila.
Wow, that's awesome.
There it is. And then I'm just gonna finish with a little bit more of the avocado oil.
About
Okay, just around.
nice drizzle. Looks
Yes.
really nice. A nice oil around it gives it a really pretty look, and it just looks amazing. And all of it just looks wonderful.
We have some black and white sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds.
And there, just like so. Okay.
So why are you using sesame seeds put on top of
A
it?
little bit of crunch. Some more
Okay.
pickled ginger. Okay. And I have these chips that are made out of wonton wrappers. Okay.
Oh,
But you can use any other type of chips. You just put a couple in there on the sides, like this,
how's that?
like that. Perfect. And a little bit of cilantro for more color. And that's your final dish.
Wow, that's awesome.
It looks great and it was quick and easy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
think you can make that at home?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That's really cool. So I have a couple questions.
Yes, of course.
So what got you into the food business? What gave you your passion?
Cooking for me is, I started very young as well. I was 14 years old when I started cooking. I had my first business selling hot dogs.
Oh.
And I kept in the industry when became a dishwasher, and then from there a prep cook, and then a line cook, and then a chef, a sous chef, a sous chef, chef, and now I'm an owner of 2 restaurants. Super fresh, delicious.
Okay, that's amazing.
Isn't that nice?
Welcome to Sarah's Loving Food. Today we're making ceviche. It's a way to cook meat in lime juice, just like we did in the restaurant. But instead of using sushi foods, we're going to be cooking the shrimp in lime juice. The shrimp is cooked in lime juice. We had to do it 3 hours before. I'm going to show you how to do the shrimp. So first you get your shrimp and you take your fingers and you put it where it isn't stiff anymore, where you can't feel the meat, and you pull it. And not too hard, and it will take some practice. So not too hard but not too loose, or you can't get the tail off. And then you take it and you take the knife and you see this little slit in the shrimp. You take your knife and you put it right in there and you cut through the middle. Be very careful not to cut yourself. Make sure your parents help you and you gently do it. And we're cutting it in the middle so it's easier to cook and it'll cook faster. So we're going to put this into the fridge for 3 hours. It's going to cook it all up. So now you're going to take the coriander and you're waiting, and it's all washed, and you're going to rough chop it. So keep your hands like this, like the claw. And you're going to back. Now we're going to cut up the red pepper. Look at it, it's so pretty and wonderful. So you're going to take the end of your knife and cut through one side. Cut into quarters. And take off this and get rid of all the seeds. Make sure there's none inside because nobody really wants to eat seeds. That wouldn't taste good. Then, see, I just found one little seed. There. Now, we're going to dice it. Now, the claw again. The claw. Now first, go over on top, and now you're going to cut the other way. Tip down, hold on to your food. Just remember the claw. And we're just getting a nice dice. See? So next is the yellow pepper. Now this one we're going to cut a little differently because there's 4. We're going to just take it right down the middle and crack it. Now you're going to take down and bring it up. Take out that green piece. Now you're going to get rid of the scales. And then you're going to go get rid of the seeds. Now I cut the peppers. So now I'm going to cut the onion. It's a red onion. Even though it's purple, I don't understand why they call it a red onion. But that's what it's called. So we're going to slice it. So now we have to thinly slice the onion. Now cut it in half. Now I'm going to thinly slice it. They can make your eyes water. So a couple of ways you can stop this is by sticking your tongue out if you're tall enough. Some people wear goggles, but you might not want to. Sticking your tongue out if you're over top of it really helps. But instead of having the stuff come into your eyes, it comes into your tongue. And so your eyes don't water. So now we're going to do tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Tomatoes are so good. I just adore them. Yeah, I really like these kinds because they're nice and small, so you can just put them in your mouth, and they're really juicy, and they're sweet, kind of sweet, but not sweet like sugar, but it's nice and juicy, and yeah. So we're going to take the tomato and cut it in half. Do a mini claw, and cut it in half. Cut the half into half. Then put it into the bowl. Now I've drained out all the liquid out of this, and they're all cooked nicely. Cool, huh? Now we're going to add everything. The cumin and the cayenne pepper. We're going to sprinkle in to it. And then we're going to add some red peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers. We have a lot of peppers, don't we? Tomatoes. Wow. Yeah. It's a rainbow! But we're layering with rainbow. And then we're going to add some salt. Now we have to mix it. Grab the bottom and bring it up. Bottom, up. All the way. Now we're going to add some olive oil. So a nice way to help drizzle is put your finger on it. I would use my thumb if it's too big. Just drizzle it. It gives a nice drizzle, and you are kind of in control of how much you add. Mix it again. Make sure the oil goes everywhere, the salt. Now quickly rinse off your hands before you put in the fridge for half an hour, because I wouldn't touch your fridge with this. It's been a half an hour now in the fridge. Now I'm going to show you how to plate it. So you take a spoon and you use a metal thing, or you could use a styrofoam cup or a plastic cup, and you're going to cut it, and then you make a little ring. Then you're going to put your stuff into the ring and press it down just a little bit. Try not to spill all over. Okay, press it down. Now, voila! Now you're going to take a chip. I'm going to put one on top, one on the side, and one other. And voila! You have a wonderful dish. I'm making some for me, my family, and a couple of my friends. Doesn't that look good? Yum, 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 yum. See you next time on Sarah Grace Loving Food. You can leave comments and tell me if you want me to make anything. I'll try my best. And yeah, see you next time.